Heads off. Chapeau. Dear sisters and brothers, I do not have any qualification or any powers of attorney for recent prophecies. I would like to give my testimony to every person on earth. It seems I'm not doing what I want, but I fervently believe that I'm still following in the footsteps of my calling, and that's probably the most important thing. On the one hand, we read in mass media, with third way, we want to create a government coalition together with the civic coalition and the left, the parties of the Senate Pact, said Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz. The opposition will most likely soon approve the coalition agreement and along with it propose the shape of the future government. There are many indications that Donald Tusk, Tomasz Grodzki and Adam Bodnar met last Saturday. But prosaic matters arise now. Electricity prices are one of the most pressing issues of the new government. The extension of protections for households against electricity price increases was included in the coalition agreement, according to information from Dziennik Gazeta Prawda. If the opposition did nothing in this matter, Poles could pay up to 70% higher energy bills. The coalition agreement, in addition to raises for teachers and the budget, includes an extension of the current mechanism of protection against electricity price increases. Let us remind you that at the moment the regulations introduced by the Prawo i Sprawiedliwość United Right government freezing electricity prices are in force only until the end of the 2023. They protect household consumers against increases in energy bills up to specific consumption limit, I said. A different problem, on the other hand, and less constructive, there is no longer such enthusiasm for defending Ukraine, and Europe and the world have begun to look to Israel. This may have an important monetary dimension. The less funds flow to Kiev to continue the war, the worse it will be for my country, Poland. This is bad news for our security, says General Mieczysław Bieniek. Joe Biden wants to allocate a total of $100 billion aid for United States allies, of which 60 billion Polish zlotych for Ukraine. However, supporting Kiev requires more gymnastics than just a few months ago. All because of problems in Congress. The aid package for Ukraine was opposed by the extreme faction of the Republican Party. Prime Minister Israel Benjamin Netanyahu denies the claims of Israel's Minister of National Heritage Amichai Eliyahu that dropping an atomic bomb on the Gaza Strip was possible. He claims that these words are detached from reality. In addition, there is, for example, a sharp tension on Polish television. For example, during the program, Karolina Pawliczak from the Civic Coalition got into a discussion with Miłosz Kłeczek. I am simply shocked by what is being said here. Politicians talked about the state of our country's finances in the TVN24 program. Izabela Leszczyńska said that Prime Minister Morawiecki has a split personality in this matter. Then there was a sharp exchange of opinions between the new coalition and Marek Jakubiak from Kukiz 15 and Krzysztof Bosak from Konfederacja. According to Izabela Leszczyna, the program of 100 specific for 100 days is not a risk. at risk. We will put an end to the robbery of Poland regarding Confederation Polish. We will Chapeau. We will strengthen the zloty. Debt servicing cost will fall, and we will regain credibility on the markets. We will handle everything, she said. And finally, my most important thing. The Pope Francis says, we need a theology that reaches out to people. All parties that will form the future government in Poland announce the separation of church and state. Where will he start from? How far are church and state united today? The religious clauses of the 1997 Constitution, the 1993 Concordat, and the 1988-89 Act of Guarantees of Freedom and of Conscience and Religion are still in force, which established the so-called friendly separation of state and church. Nevertheless, what has occurred in Poland over the last decades is the gradual introduction of elements of a religious state. The above-mentioned disagreement reached its apogee during the rule of Prawo i Sprawiedliwość, more broadly of the United Right. In the planned budget act for 2024, the church fund is to amount to 257 million Polish zlotych. The Constitution of the Republic of Poland excludes the antagonistic separation of the state and the church, but it cannot be a union of these entities. The state cannot lead a person on a leash to salvation because this is against the Constitution. It leads to the violation of human and citizen rights and freedoms. Is Polish society religious and Catholic? A distinct minority attends Mass regularly on Sundays, and the process of secularization continues. From the 2011 census to 2021 census, the Church lost over 6 million believers. This is a gigantic number. The institutional church in many dioceses has become a tool of political propaganda of the United Right. Prawa i Sprawiedliwości. If Primate Stefan Wyszyński had been painstakingly shaping Polish Catholicism since 1956 as part of the Great Novena and was named Primate of the Millennium, Jarosław Kaczyński's opponents mockingly called him the President of the Millennium. A distinct minority attends Mass regularly on Sundays, as I said. But process of secularization continues. This is profound secularism that the Stalinists could only dream of. And these people will probably not return to the church. The church is becoming increasingly financially dependent on the state. Let's add to this the exaggerated works and investment of the church. There are too many Catholic universities in Poland, and young people are leaving religion and do not want to study theology. These religious universities serve primarily to employ people of the church to receive regular salaries. So what's next for the Polish church? I don't foresee a revolution, rather an evolution. Half of the government will not longer travel to Torun city and dance to their father Thaddeus Rydzy's music. Combining commercial companies, profit-oriented entities, and mixing it with religious symbolism, this is downright disgusting. This is pure instrumentalization of religion and the cross. Participation in religion or ethics in public education must be voluntary. Religious or ethics should be moved to the first or last hour of the school day so as not to stigmatize students who do not participate in these activities. The future government must realize that the church will not be their ally. The church provided support, and least tacitly, for the anti-democratic party, for the authoritarian system created by Jaroslaw Kaczynski, and he blessed this system. The relationship of the church with any political party causes the faithful to stop identifying with the church and choose other political parties. The church in general is losing its Catholicity, universality. It seems like everyone wants this job, so they take it seriously. As a spokesman, from Poland, I could accuse the government of lack of respect for ordinary citizens. But most people are fed up with Mateusz Morawiecki. Can I just say to Prime Minister, these are not opposition problems, these are Prime Minister's problems. The Polish Parliament should be a model for the whole world, but it is not. Can the Speaker ensure that Parliament serves citizens better? Public trust in politicians, now high, has reached new levels. What can the Speaker do to make the Parliament serve citizens better? Let's not be surprised that a month will soon have passed since the election to Polish Parliament. Until recently, toxic debates took place in Poland, but time seemed to speed up. The recent election event has also caused new chaos, crisis, a total division of parliament, a polarizing questions have emerged. Until recently, intimidation, threats, and abuse were commonplace, and bad behavior flourished. It's bad. This is not unacceptable. But time decided for us again. It is a challenge. It was brought to us. The new situation, the formation of a new government, the process is important. Let's see how corrosive it is. My recommendation, let's invest in the patriotism of Poles. This is my view. I am proud of it, although I was very concerned about this before. And let's ask if the system works. That's my opinion, I would say. We all judge, but we have to support different things. The solution depends on appropriate debate and civilized conversation between citizens and all members of parliament. I want good. I care about it very much, even though I have few power, but I speak with great passion and I am proud of the consistency of my perspectives. Hi, if you want me to remove this video, please contact me, not YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you could buy me a coffee instead of all the videos I uploaded. Everything here is free and distributed all over the world because it really helps you live better.